Okay, funny little story about this little I was gonna say biatch, but then I remember we're family friendly, so I'm excited to watch it because Jim from The Office is great. I have no hatred towards him. Oh yeah, because he's the new one! I think they had to get a big name actor though, because they've tried this so many times. No, it could have been problematic because, you know, Chris Evans is in this, and Chris Evans is Captain America. Oh yeah. Or was Captain America. That crossover. I really like the Fantastic Four storyline. Why was that, like, so difficult for me to say? Didn't seem like that. Whoa! Can we please bring back these dope freaking title sequences? Like, they do it in all the X-Men. They do it in Spider-Man. You just don't see stuff like this today. It, like, goes straight into the movie. Like, literally, the new Thor, it just starts out with Christian Bale going ham on a cantaloupe. Yo! This guy is from freaking Runaways. Can we petition for that show to come back? They were just about getting to Victor, and, like, his character was so good. I love that show. No. Sorry.
He does the talking. I do the walking.
That was a really bad comeback. That was just a bad line. The script was not doing it a favor. The actor's face, the way his face moved. You know? We need to analyze this. Oh my gosh. Little users feedback. Disney Plus, your scroll thing, the remote is way too sensitive. But I've lost where we are now.
I do the walking.
It was like the mouth breather at the end. I do the walking.
We're in quarantine.
PTSD! I think it's kind of sweet though that he said that line because our hopscotch started in quarantine and he kind of was the reason for it. But that was Defending Jacob, and she thought we were watching it for Jada Martell, and we're like, no, we're watching it for Chris Evans, and she was like, BS, you guys are not Chris Evans fans, you just are Captain America fans. So we're like, fine. And she's like, you need to watch all Chris Evans movies. So we spent a whole week. So that's technically why we then went to Knives Out. Yeah. Chris Evans. Yeah. The original hopscotchy. Yeah. A little insight, when we score the movies, we call it the Happy Cappy score. We had a Captain America Funko Pop that we would set and we would watch these movies with. Before commentary, we need to bring Kim back. Yeah, where's Cappy? Yeah, where's Cappy?
Approximately 10 hours later.
We found Cappy! Chris Evans, if you're watching this, you know. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, yeah. First of all, thank you. You are our mascot. You gotta appreciate an early 2000s soundtrack, because now Marvel is all, unless it's like Guardians of the Galaxy, it's all score. It's like refreshing to have like an actual song in a superhero movie, you know? Yeah. Not just a credit song like Chad Kroger's Hero in... Oh, yeah. Because when a hero needs saving... Not gonna sit around and wait. Something. Obviously, it's a costume. However, now when everyone just CGIs like Thanos, it's like, you know, that's going to look worse than this. Yeah, it's like when you watch Halloween Town, you're like, oh, that's just a ton of people in costume. Yeah. But you still can get into the Halloween Town spirit and enjoy the movie nonetheless. Yeah. But if you watch Lord of the Rings and it's the battle scene at the beginning, and you're like, how many times did Peter Jackson like duplicate the exact same army in the back, you know? Yeah. I think it's a human aspect. If it's just the CGI, you're like, I know this is fake. But if it's like actually physical, it feels tangible. Because does that look like rock? No. Yeah. But it's still moving naturally than the computer animated thing. Aww. Can we bring back the Dalmatians? Not to be that person, but if his clothes burned, wouldn't the fire burn his chest hair off? Ooh. Can this be a mood? I'm a baddie. I just pulled a staple out of my head. Okay, what is with this green? Like, I know the Matrix existed, but do we have to really copy it all? Jimmy Pop! Yo, that's so good. That is the best effing popcorn ever. Like, aside from movie theater popcorn. We endorse movie theater popcorn. Yes. The second would be Jiffy Pop, but we can't find it at Kroger anymore. Every time you shop at Kroger, you get a nickel back. Sponsored by Jiffy Pop, your favorite at-home popcorn. Some Jiffy Pop, man. Bombastic. Yeah. Bombastic. Yeah, this is the only line I know. Elastic and he's fantastic. Ooh. Do we know that it's failing? Victor Von Doom is such a drama queen. And Zach needs a little rough. Shoulder. It started out very promising, but the lack of an enticing and interesting plot, it feels like one punch at a time. I'm not saying we have to have so much happening at to overwhelm us to not even focus on a plot.
No, this would have been great if people thought about the story a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. Maybe have something more on the line than just Ben. Not that we don't like Ben. It just feels like the lines, like the comebacks are really weak.
They're not even saying things that make sense. No, you always thought you were a god. What does that mean? I mean, we know what it means, but what does it add to the story?
Felt like a very...
That's my nose, genius. These are my lips.
Did a guy write this script? Not that guys can't write good scripts.
Mark and Michael, traditionally male names, and since we did not have a expanded fluid situation back in the early odds, I think we're safe to say that Mark and Michael were guys.
Yeah, and they wrote the
Stupid lines. What were we to expect?